Welcome you all to this video lecture. In this video lecture, let us understand what are the different forms of the question or different steps that are involved to solve the Finn's problem. When I'm talking about the Finn, there are three important categories. One is a long Finn, one is a short Finn, and one is a infinitely long Finn. So all the three category of problems are dealt with, and what are the steps involved we are going to understand over here. The steps involved to solve the problems of the fin, right? I should be knowing what type of the fin that has been given. So given data has to be noted down, and on reading one should be understand whether it is a long fin, whether it has given a short fin, or the short fin with the tip insulated. By reading the question, one will understand whether it is a long fin or whether it is a short fin. For example, there are two numericals I'll read out so that it will be easier for us to proceed or to understand what type of the problems he is telling. If a problem is stated like this one end of a long aluminum rod is connected to a wall at 140 degrees centigrade. So here it has been mentioned one end of a long aluminum rod. So it is a long rod. I can consider as a long fin. Similarly, it will be in some other problem. It may be mentioned it is required to heat the oil to 300 degrees centigrade by frying purpose a long ladle, right? We have seen in the kitchen and all, right? A long ladle, right? Ladle is used, right? So that is a long ladle. That term has been come. We can use as a long fin, and we can proceed. And if it is asked for a short fin, in the question he may be mentioning you consider as a short fin. Otherwise, the problems, if it is a spoon, right, or a spatula, right, all those problem, if it comes or one more is your problem with the saucepan, right? It is a saucepan. So all those problems can be considered as a short fin. What is when to use a insulated fin? The insulated fin, he will be mentioning in the numerical. You consider the end tip neglect or neglect the loss from the end of the tip. If he is mentioning neglect the loss from the end, if he is mentioning over that one, I can surely consider it as a insulated fin. If suppose in any numerical I am totally confused and I cannot proceed whether it is a long fin, whether it is short fin or insulated fin for the board exam. Of course, you can go with the one assumption, initially one assumption, and you can proceed. If I have to assume, if this is my answer sheet, right, you go with the one, make the sheet as a two halves, and you proceed with the one assumption, like you proceed with the short fin, right? You go with the short fin, that assumption you proceed to do the calculation for a, maybe for a Q, for a efficiency, or maybe other values to find out the M value, all those things. So, and if you are feel later on it is not long, it is not short fin, long fin, that can be that with that assumption you can proceed at the end. So because we have got n number of numerical to solve in the board exam for the HT, so don't do simultaneously, or don't waste the time in doing both the things at the early stage. So once the time permits, at the end only, it is better. It is my personal opinion. And of course, for the GATE exam and all, this trick or this logic will not work. So this is better for the any board exam. Next important thing that has been asked is to find out heat transfer rate. So Q dot or Q rate is equal to T naught minus T infinity into HPKA to the power 0.5, or it is a square root of HPKA. So what is T naught? T naught is the surface temperature. So surface temperature, how I come to know? See, once again I'll read one with the example. One end of a long rod of 1 centimeter dia is maintained at a temperature of 500 degrees centigrade. By placing it in the furnace, the rod is exposed to air at 30 degrees. So here you can see one is a higher temperature, one is a lower temperature. I'll read once again. One end of the long rod of 1 centimeter dia is maintained at a temperature of 500 degrees. So that 500 degree temperature in this case is a surface temperature, and surrounding temperature is at room temperature, which has been mentioned as 30 degree in this case. So if the surrounding temperature is not given, I have got a liberty to select the surrounding temperature, room temperature. But if the surrounding temperature itself is a part of a question, you cannot go with the assumption. You have to solve by some other way. Next one is a H. H is nothing but in HT. It is a convective heat transfer coefficient, and it is given in unit watt per meter square degree centigrade or watt per meter degree centigrade. P is the perimeter. So of course, perimeter is the length of or it is the length of the all the four sides. If I'm having this is a square, right? If it is square and A is one side, so 4 into A, or A plus A plus A plus A, that is the perimeter for a square. Similarly, for a rectangle, right? If this is the length and this is the breadth or width, if it is given, it is a twice the length plus the width. And if it is given for a triangle, right? S, it is a 3S for a triangle. So these are the things given. Or for a if it is a circular one, if it is a circular pipe, then the perimeter is a pi dl, or sometimes they will use pi instead of a diameter to r into l. Both are correct. So these are the things that have been used as a for the perimeter. Next one is a K. K is a thermal conductivity of the material, right? That is will be given. If it is not given thermal conductivity, we can use the handbook to find out the thermal conductivity of a given material. Next one is a that is a cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area of a once again depends on the shape. If it is a cylinder, the cross-sectional area is given as a pi d square by 4. If it is a triangle, of course, we generally use very rare for a triangle in fin, and that is given as a root 3 by 4 into s square. So any other shapes we can use accordingly. So that is a cross-sectional area one should be remembering, and the shape plays a very important role to check in the case of heat transfer. Next one is the temperature distribution formulas. These formulas are available in the NET handbook, and which author you are using and which edition is used to solve the problem plays a very important role. I am having the author C.P. Kodandaraman, and my edition is 8th. If I tell the fin problem, the fin required formulas are in the page number 50, and if you are using 7th edition, it may be in 50 or it may be less than 50. If it is a 9th edition, it may be page number 50 or 2 page extra if it is a 9th edition. So accordingly, one should be familiar, or one should be using the handbook frequently to check in which page number we are using. Once again, here whether I am using a long fin or short fin, right? If it is a long fin, the temperature distribution, what is used is here the formula is on the left hand side, we have got T minus T infinity divided by T base minus T infinity is equal to e to the power minus m into x. If you examine on the left hand side of the formula, T is the temperature, required temperature, right? Required temperature. T infinity is the fluid temperature or the surrounding temperature, and T base is the base temperature. Right? Sometimes T is also called as the initial temperature in depending on the type of the numerical, and T infinity is a fluid temperature. If you examine on a right hand side, it is a log e to the power minus m into x, and m is a square root of hpk into a, and here this is also available in the handbook. H is where H is a convective transfer coefficient, is the perimeter, K is the thermal conductivity, A is the area, and X is the distance. Here X stands for the distance. So this is in the case of a long fin. If it is for a short fin, the left hand side remains the same for the short fin. That is T minus T infinity divided by TB minus T infinity is equal to, it is on the right hand side for the short fin, it is a cos hyperbolic m L minus x divided by cos hyperbolic m into L. So don't get confused. This is not a convective heat transfer coefficient, because I have seen many times the student does a mistake over here, thinking that it is a convective heat transfer coefficient and substitute H value, then entire solution goes wrong. So be careful in selecting that one. And if I have to see, m is the constant what we have defined in earlier step. L is the length, x is the particular position. So in denominator also cos h is a hyperbolic function. So please don't use convective heat transfer coefficient. So next one is asked is the fin efficiency. If you see the handbook, only one formula for the fin efficiency is available, right? And the fin efficiency is given as eta is equal to tan hyperbolic m into L divided by m into L. So this is a tan hyperbolic function. M is a constant, what I discussed in the earlier step. L is the length of the fin. So in the that is in the numerator. In the denominator, m into L we have, and these are the important things to be noted. And of course, so many other problems like where we are having not only for category of what I mentioned, this one I may be having somewhere with fin, without fin. So without fin means I have to use a convective transfer coefficient. So if it is a problem is based with the this one, I can use the what is a comparison with the and without fin. If it is asked, I can use a mathematical expression for the without fin is q is equal to HA into delta T, that is without fin. And if I'm with the fin, it is asked, I have to go with the Q of the bare surface plus Q with the fin, because the fin is not entire. It is if I am having a motor, right, and I'm having a fin on the body, it is not entirely covered, right? So there is a bare surface here without fin, and there is a surface. So both has to be taken into account in a while adding. And if it is the number of fins is asked, then I can use the one more formula to find what is the number of fins, right? Because we know that not a single fin will serve all the purpose. So I will be having number of fins. So number of fins can be calculated by total area by the or accordingly the formulas, or we can use suppose it is a Q fin, I can use number of fins with a single fin, the right the heat transfer due to single fin, that is a HPKA HPKA multiplied with the tan HML with the T base minus a T infinity, right? So accordingly we can use that one. Thank you.